when you hit the main stage, you were the man in the arena. You didn't take criticism from people in the fucking cheap seats.
It doesn't matter the game, H5, H3, the dude is unreal.
Annihilated absolutely everyone.
I don't think I've seen him play a bad game of Halo.
9 times out of 10, the decision he makes is the right one.
He knows what he's gonna do 5-6 steps ahead.
He's insane mechanically.
He very well might be a robot.
The greatest Halo player of all time.
Oh baby, I get chills every time I see that. What's going on, everybody? My name is Brandon Pettis, aka Louis V Titan, and I want to take a quick moment to shout out Blue Team Tournaments for the jersey here. It is clean. It's got my name on it. You know, I'm not gonna move around too much so you can see it, but yeah. Thank you guys for sending this out to us. I have Nighty and Mr. Snow with me today. Boys, how are we feeling today for this top 25 reveal of number 6? Nighty, what do you think?
Man, I feel great about it. I think that we're finally in line. We've got our top 6 here, and we know who's coming. It just really all comes down to what spot it's going to be. Like I said yesterday, I really feel that all 3 of these players, Snakebite, Royal 2, and Roy, they all pretty much fit in the same spot. Lunchbox there as well on my list. That's where they were going to be. Yesterday we talked that maybe it could be Snip6down. And that would be a huge upset. I think there would be just, you know, blood in the streets if that were to happen.
Blood in the streets. Taylor, I want to hear your reaction.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in the background. I joined you for the very first one. I think that was down at number 10, which we saw Frosty. And now, I personally, with the 6 that we basically have left to go, like we say, I think they're all a shoo-in for the most part. They've all been impactful. They've all, been through at least major chunks of Halo. And so in my mind, it's just a question of how much weight are we putting on the forward half of Halo 5 and Halo 2 Anniversary, Halo 4 versus Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, right? So my pick is either for a Snakebite Royal 2. Sentinels is going strong. Don't see them really slowing down at all. I think that for me, I've had an opportunity to really see them shine in Halo 5. I can't wait to see them for Infinite, but I think that the top spots are more deserving for those who have just been there for a little bit longer and have a little bit more history.
I feel that. We got about 25 seconds. We've heard a little bit of prediction from our analyst here, but we did do a Twitch poll, which Snakebite did in fact win. 10 seconds left. It was 3 votes to 1 in favor of Snakebite. I'm going to stop talking. Let's go ahead and react to this video. Number 6, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
There it is. There it is. You called it.
No. No. Oh, no. This is bad.
Wait.
We got audio?
Are we being trolled?
Oh, we're getting trolled. Do we have audio?
They say name expresses the thing that
there we go.
There it is.
But I wonder if it is another way around.
This is a hella troll.
The thing becomes more and more like its name.
I can't.
I don't think it is, dude.
Represent a sniper rifle better than Air Corona.
Snip6down is one of those players who you want to be, He just puts on a show at all times. He's insane. He's a prolific sniper.
Snip6down by name. Oh, Snip6down by name.
There's this character, Ushikawa. He says everyone calls him Bull, they call him Ushi. He says when you grow up being called a bull, you're gonna become the bull. And I think the same way of Snip6down.
His story is unlike most, and I think he's really one of the only examples of overnight success.
The man was just the hottest free agent on the market. You were seeing long-standing squads making room.
Snip6down had a historic rookie season, winning 3 major events, including the 2008 MLG National Championship. He instantly became one of the most sought-after players in the league.
It's honestly like a 6-month-long dream that I haven't woken out of, and I hope I'm not going to, but this is
seriously
unreal. I just can't really explain the feeling. It's just my first year. I don't even know.
No one has a first season like that. Probably the biggest rookie year of all time.
Wow.
The talk was the same amongst everyone. It was like, this kid is the best sniper.
This is why I'm upset.
Oh my goodness, did I pick a good time to go to Snip6down or what? Make it the over!
Eric's role was get the sniper, and that's pretty much it.
I was just enthralled watching his screen. I was like, this kid is a freak. Just give him the power weapons. You're guaranteed to win.
Let's watch Snipe Down. Oh, he almost done. Oh, he did stick one in there on the cankle, and there's the double kill. Oh my God, another shot taken down T2, and now the headshot on favor. You won't see that in my next top 10.
Or CLG is going to bring it to 2-2. Snipe Down with a sick headshot.
Snipe Down. Sniping royalty.
Oh my God! Jesus Christ, Eric Rona!
Snipe Down needs to work
Eric Rona. The best sniper to ever do it. I don't care what anyone says. He is the greatest.
What a time to do it! He
Wow.
steps up, hits the perfect, fall dead. Oh my God!
Whenever there's been a dominant force, it's either been Snipe Down who's been on that team, or the team that stops that dominance has Snipe Down on it.
That's gonna do it. Team NBs are your HCS Pro League champions, coming out of the losers bracket.
One of only a very select few people to beat the best roster to ever play the game.
I loved him back in Halo 3, and then when I started competing, I actually did not like him whatsoever because he was my competitor. We were always battling for every grand finals, basically.
Yeah, the battle of the snipes
like
right
one
there.
of the best Halo players for sure.
His position, his awareness, and his ability to not panic.
The man doesn't take a shot unless he knows he needs to take it.
The second you poke out, Snipe Down will take you down.
When I'm playing well, I literally call it Snipe Down mode. He just is able to get his zone where he kind of just
There
blocks
you go.
everything out.
That's
he knows
great.
exactly what movements to make to hit that shot in front of him, and he'll do it like clockwork every single time.
Very
Get out of my
rarely
face.
did you see him hitting
Get out of
body
my
shots. He just always find the dome.
Oh my gosh.
That was disgusting.
Snipe Down. Snipe Down is on fire.
That shot. Everyone was wondering how is he going to fit on straight ripping. That clip alone showed you that the man has the talent.
Oh!
The no scope to keep the sniper in his control and then continuing to hit the shots.
For triggers down. Oh! Snipe Down is on fire.
He's really good at sniping in that game.
The things he was pulling off and the consistency at what he was doing them at.
Now looking for the triple kill, trying to find this player underneath the base. It is going to be Lunchbox. That's a triple. Now going on for the overkill. Oh!
The triple kill that Eric got when he falls out of the jump up window, it was just the smoothest thing ever. If there's a play that'll make you a Snipe Down fan, it probably would have been that.
What he was doing was not just holding down the sniper, but being around the sniper. What a double kill in the head. Triple kill.
Oh, that clip.
One of the
That
most
was
decorated
so
games in Halo, Snip6down has won 24 major events with 8 different teams. Throughout his 13 years as a competitor, his intensity never diminished.
Never.
Snipe Down in the EG squad smell blood as they have 49 kills. Snipe Down hits the new combo, and look at what it means to Evil Geniuses, your X Games gold medalist.
He's fueled by passion. When he's mad, he tries harder.
Don't piss Eric off, because Eric will have the last laugh a lot of the time.
I told him before it started, the last person that said that to me lost the series, and they lost the series too. So if you're going to talk trash, you better back it up, and we took that series home.
God, that's so true
That's
about
the
him.
montage
He never
maker,
starts it,
baby.
he always finishes
You're
it.
taking that name.
Wow.
You have to live up to it.
What a play, Snipe Down. Unbelievable. That was nasty.
Since day one of playing with Snipe Down, I already knew he was going to be something special because it was back in 2006 when nobody was talking about him except a select few of my friends and stuff. We'd play free-for-alls. We saw him getting into pro lobbies. He was playing with like Best Man and a lot of the top 16, top 12 players. And then he got on a team for the first event with Gunshot and Eli the Ninja and Silent. And he got 7th at his first LAN, his first major. And the next one, guess what? He gets on a team with Roy and Lunchbox and goes off like nobody I've ever seen before, gets 2nd place. Then he gets 1st, then he gets 1st again, and then he wins the national championship. It was the best rookie year, just like Pistola says, the best rookie year of any Halo player. I mean, obviously, you can go back to Halo 1 and say, Zyos, Darkman, Ogres, all of them. That was the beginning of Halo. But once Halo was, at its peak in 2008, and a player like him coming into the scene and that meteoric rise was just unheard of, and it's pretty much unheard of now too. Like, the only person we've seen is like Shotzi and Frosty. Those are the only two that really have done it. Everybody else has had to work their ass off to get to the top. I mean, Snip6down's worked his ass off, but it's just they went through the grind of amateur brackets for years and years. But Snip6down, man, just as soon as he got on the scene, he was a god, and he's the only person I've wanted to watch, really, as far as like analyzing their gameplay and wanting to increase my level of play. Watching him was always something that could help me get better.
On that note, too, and hearing Frosty say that he was the other guy that he was kind of looking after, the two of them being massive snipers, right? You're like, okay, there's going to be some pop-offs there. There's going to be some huge plays. Comparing, taking a look at what you just mentioned, 7th place, 2nd, 1st, his rookie years into the scene comparatively to some of those others, even the ones that I had, right? I had Snakebite or Royal 2 coming in at this slot, but they took a little bit longer, like you said, for that grind to come on, which to me, let's start this conversation right now. Grateful. I think Snip6down should be a little bit higher, but glad that he's here. But how do you feel about this?
Look what Snip6down said, Brandon. Oh my God, that is too funny. Yep. He just posted it 20 seconds ago. He said, "Cool video."
Uh-oh. Maybe under tweets and replies?
Did he take it down?
He replied to at
right
number
there,
6.
cool video.
Oh, there we go. Cool video. That's great.
Man, I guess, yeah, the man must feel a wee bit of disrespect, huh? I gotta say, though, definitely agree with him. That was an excellent video. The cinematic music, the cinematic shots, and across different titles. Beautiful stuff out of HCS. Once again, congratulations to that team, because this is some epic content that they're putting out. But yeah, let's see. Snip6down says, cool video. I wonder what people are quoting him.
Somebody was like, "This is the first time I actually feel triggered about the list."
Ooh.
It's some disrespect, for real. Like, I love Royal 2. I love Snakebite. They're absolutely goats. And there is a argument to be made about Snakebite and Royal 2, because Snip6down has a World Championship ring. Whatever you want to call it, he made a post about it. It doesn't matter the title. MLG was the World Championship. People come to that event from all over. It didn't matter where you came from. If you made it to that event, you were competing for the ring regardless. There was a point system throughout the entire season. If you got enough points, you were seeded accordingly, and then you played for the big money at the end of the day. And then Snip6down won it. So that, to me, is a world championship. So he had the ring in Halo 3. He didn't grab a ring in any of the other ones. I mean, you could call the H2A season finals one. You could call the Halo 5 season finals one. But they weren't officially the World Championship. So maybe he had 3 World Championships. Maybe he had 3 rings. Who knows? But the thing to me is the argument for Snakebite and Royal 2 being above Snip6down. And this is, real controversial, because, I mean, it's Snip6down after all, one of the greatest of greats, is that Snakebite and Royal 2 didn't have a chance to win Worlds and multiple titles. They were so dominant for so long because Halo 5 was out for 6 years. It's the longest running title in Halo's history. So you got to think about that, is that they would have won multiple rings in multiple Halo titles, but they just didn't have that chance yet. They're going to. They're definitely, I have no doubt in my mind that they're going to dominate in Infinite. So I think that might have been something that was running through their heads. Not so much the prize money, but the fact that they just hadn't had a chance to get that big win in multiple titles. Obviously, they got a Halo Reach Major LAN win together, Snakebite and Royal 2. They've been winning in H2A, but the rings really matter at the end of the day. That's where the biggest weight is. And looking at your chart here, I mean, it just really spells it out for you. Snip6down with so much consistency across his entire career.
Yeah, and this is Halo 5, Halo 3, and Halo Reach of our likely candidates before they revealed number 6 today, right? And so it's pretty even across the board. Of course, right, Ogre 2 not in there. Him being an OG, that's not surprising, right? But you see somebody like Lethal or Pistola, for instance. Pistola less, right? Is there a chance that Pistola is getting left out of this list? I don't think so, right? Royal 2, Snakebite. I mean, this is the best of the rest, right? And so, what, Nighty, what to you would rank Pistola over Snip6down? What do you think, if you had to come up with something, is there any reasoning behind that?
Why to put Pistola over Snip6down? I mean,
plenty.
For me, personally, I think Pistola is the greatest ever. I think he is number one in my heart, number one ever objectively, number one to compete. Like, if you put them side by side, the most dominant player was Pistola. I mean, he was competing against Snip6down for those major land wins, and Triggers Down was dominating him. Pistola was the key factor in the wins for Triggers Down, and he was the key factor for Final Boss to be so dominant in 2010 with the last 3 wins of the season, including the World Championship, then being on the God Squad and winning the World Championship in Reach. Pistola was just that guy. Everyone said he was the best of the best for a long period of time, and he went into Halo 5, beat Frosty, he beat Shotzi, he was beating all of the bests. Pistola is the Final Boss individual. He is that guy that you have to beat if you want to win a tournament. When he's playing his best, nobody else can beat him. It's just that simple. Pistola on fire is the scariest Halo player. So, Snip6down is great, but he's no Ola.
Well, and you talk about impact, I think, right? And I think that, bringing back the rest of the Sentinels roster into this, like, you're looking, we're looking at, in many cases, like, this whole Halo history, and we're putting a lot of weight behind, like, all the wins and the championships, but the impact that these players have, like, in the middle of a game, Ola is one of those in particular. You're like, the man's a wizard, right? You watch his gameplay, and he makes plays consistently to help you win the game, then, like, is a difference maker, is a leader in there, too. And I think that you could say the same thing for players like Snakebite and Royal 2, which might be another argument for saying, okay, yes, like, they've been playing a little bit less, they had a lot bigger grind up. Snip6down, obviously, as we mentioned, had a pop-off year in his first rookie year, took a little hiatus, and then was still consistently winning. But in the more recent years, sort of those impact players like Snakebite as a leader, Pistola as the wizard that he is, are just going to have, like, more impact in the shorter amount of time that they've played.
Look at that graph right there. That graph, land victory win percentage, Ogre 1 is at 65%. Ogre 1 isn't even in the top 10. It blows me away how that could happen. But looking at this current lineup and the people that are, going to be up for 6th, obviously Lethal, we've been talking that he might possibly be number 1. Ogre 2, for me, I think that everybody voted him number 1, but there's only a few point difference. And I think someone just said that there was only like a 1-point difference between Snip6down and whoever's in 5th. So, it's coming down to the wire. People were voting them in the same capacity, just in different spots. So that's very unfortunate for Snip6down. I definitely could see how it's close with Snakebite and Royal 2. With the argument that I had mentioned, I don't think it's too far-fetched. Snip6down left. But then he came back for MCC and dominated the Sentinels roster again.
Yeah.
So, come on, guys.
I know.
Snip6down's top 5. He's locked in there for me. I could never take Snip6down out. Snip6down's going to come back in Infinite too, Taylor, and he's going to dominate again. So
good. Frosty needs a rival on the Snipe, and, like, looking more at the in-depth of these stats, right? Like, yeah, like, he came back and just crushed it in Halo 4. Crushed it in H2A, like, definitely struggled more so in Halo 5, but still, he's got a number of first-place finishes, and for the most part, he's top 3, top 4. I mean, like, that's what we say, all the remaining best here, we feel confident that these are the remaining best that the judges are gonna rank, and all these guys are goated, right? So it's really, we're splitting hairs here, and you can see that in the points too, right? 9 judges, 225 maximum points. That's if every single judge rates somebody first place, right? They give them 25 points. So really, we're just seeing people fight over these top slots. And everyone's got their own opinion because they know them on a certain level, just outside of the stats.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
There was a point in Snip6down's career. Sorry, Brandon. Did you have something big?
No, go ahead.
There was a point where he was kind of down and out. Like, it was around the 2010 era. They picked up Hines for Elamite when Elamite went on Instinct. and they were getting top 8 consistently. I think Snip6down got like a 3rd place in there with Believe the Hype at one event. And then when Reach came out, he was, I think, in 7th at the first Reach event. And then after that, he started placing top 3 again. So he was consistently top 3. Then Halo 4 came out, and he loved Halo 4, which, you know, you saw his interview. He was head over heels for the game, and it showed because he was number 1, 5. What was your stat again?
Oh yeah, he was number 1. He played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, and of those 7, 5 times he had first place.
There you
and
go.
One of them
So he's
second,
back
the
on
other
top.
one 4th. Yeah.
Back on top in Halo 4, and he is that guy once again in Halo 4. And then he creates a dynasty, one of the best rosters. I'd say like top 3, top 4 rosters, which was Roy, Lunchbox, Snip6down, and Lethal. And they went on a run in H2A. He was a god. They couldn't be beat. And, you know, that's just that one little bit probably hurt him in 2010. If he had been had more LAN wins, if he got another ring, then that could have been it. But I think the argument definitely can stand for Royal 2 and Snakebite being above him. So either way, you know, I'm really in the middle there. I don't have Snip6down out of the top 5, but it's getting close. I mean, as soon as the 4 Sentinel boys start winning more and more rings,
right,
they're going to knock all these guys down.
I feel that, right?
yeah.
And, and one thing that I would love to point out, though, is, you know, Snip6down, of course, he's still grinding Apex, streaming every single day and competing at a high level, you know, basically every single day in and day out, right? So, you know, if the man felt so inclined to, he could come back to Infinite, and I think that he could do very well. It's very impressive, right? Because he's definitely an icon in Halo. So, you know, to see him still doing it and doing it in other titles is very impressive to me. I wonder if it makes a difference to the judges, right, that he left Halo. But I mean, you can't blame the man, right? He's got skill and he's got to let it shine. And you know, he does that on a day-to-day basis.
And that's what, to me, is exciting about Infinite coming out. And granted, it's been heartbreak, I think, for a lot of us to have it be so long between Halo 5 and Infinite. We've been waiting for a very long time. This is one of the biggest, I think, AAA games coming out. It's gotten a lot of hype. And, you know, the first Flight came out. Everyone was ecstatic about that. Like, people are really starting to see that, oh, this game is going to be back on top again. So, with hopefully Snip6down coming back to Halo, I expect to see a lot of older people, like just past GOATs, kind of come back and give it a try. Whether they decide to compete at a top level again, or even just as a content creator, just be a part of the scene. Like, that's what's really special about the Halo community.
Sorry, I was just live reacting to some Hastings edits right there. That was slick. You know, the flying body from Halo H2A, right, to Halo Reach. That was pretty dope. I'm just sorry. I'm nerding out over here just watching this.
Yeah. I mean, you could definitely really, because I mean, we're all hyped and we're excited about the announcement, but you go back and dissect these edits, and they're the cream of the crop. This is exactly what Halo needs to have consistently throughout its lifespan. The next 10 years, I want to see this and more. This is a great foundation for Halo Infinite. I've said it time and time again that this is how you build on a successful esports culture. You know, you really are developing the history so that you can have a great future. The thing about it is that you've got to build these storylines, and all of these GOATs have stories, and a lot of them are still competing. So, like you said, Snip6down's going to come back. Snip6down's going to be mad. He's like they said. You don't want to piss him off. He's just going to come back even stronger. This is going to light a fire under his ass. And maybe that was the whole point of putting him out of the top 5, was to get him back in.
I like it. I'm down for the conspiracy.
Was that cool video comment just him like subtly fuming? Is that?
I think so. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, to me, I don't actually know the man, so this is going to be purely off of like speculation, but I feel like he's got a fairly large ego, and you know, I mean, like I said, he's a big icon in Halo, and he always has been, and obviously he's still very skilled. So I think it's granted, right? And yeah, you know, I don't think he feels too hype about the video, but I mean, not about the placing. He probably loves the video, right? Like it's an amazing video.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, this is it right here. This is what I was looking for. We're going to switch to H2A. He's going to get a dirty little no-scope right here, right? And then the body's going to fly. switch to Halo Reach. Look at that.
Oh my god.
That's clean, man. That is clean. You know,
So
that's Hastings right there for you.
Because he blurred the background.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, that is. Oh. Yeah, I just gotta let that marinate a little bit.
Yeah, we'll run it back one more time.
That's so beautiful. I've said it. Oh man,
love it.
That is so cool how he blurred the background, took the focus away, kept the same Spartan, and bam, that was beautiful. So the thing about that for me is that, like, Hastings has proven that he's one of the best for me. Like, I'm a huge montage nerd. I'm constantly thinking about ways of making montages, like, ever since 2004, because that's been my life. Like, I competed in Halo. I've loved Halo on every different type of level you can love it. Lore, creation, the Forge, like, whatever. I don't care what it is. I love it. And montage editing is so beautiful to me. And Hastings, he has one of the best montages, if not the greatest montage of all time, which is Frosty's.
Absolutely.
Frosty's is... it's unmatched to me. I could watch that montage time and time again. Is it my favorite Halo 5? No. But the editing and the story is just second to none. That Frosty's montage, if you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. Hastings is a god, and he's doing wonderful work.
Yeah, and
he sets the bar high.
He does, right? And the thing is, you got to keep in mind, right? It's a team effort, and we got Muggsy and Hastings on the same team. Literally, the two best Halo editors probably to ever touch a computer, which is amazing, right? And then we also got Matt Klein and Div, and then of course Tashi probably leading the project. And so, definitely good stuff out of them. It's very impressive. I want to real quick though change the focus just a little bit, right? We've been hearing rumors about, Bound, Boo Boo, and Falcated being a team of 3 right now, and I've heard, just speculation, of course, like in Twitch chats and all that good stuff, that the 4th could be Snip6down, right? Woo! I think that's just people, wishful thinking, I should say, and but man, that would be. I'd be here for it. Those are all young guns, Bound, Boo Boo, Falcated, and then you got somebody like Snip6down there to show them the way. I think that would be amazing to see, and I hope it happens. I'm just saying. I think they would be dominating.
Bound is that guy that we've been following at LVT Productions, right? He's the guy that we've been working really closely with to have him on our show. He's been dominating. He hasn't been beaten yet, but maybe somebody will come around. The competition pool is about to get a lot bigger. But as of now, Bound has been dominating the online scene. He hasn't won a LAN yet. He hasn't been to a LAN. I think actually he has been to 1 or 2 LANs, but he hasn't been in the pro scene at a LAN. He hasn't been with a pro team, and he hasn't proven himself quite yet on the main stage with the lights on him, all the pressure. That's what we're waiting on to see if Bound can hack it. Because if he's on a team with Snip6down for his first LAN, that's big time pressure. I mean, Snip6down's going to grill you if you start doing some dumb shit.
Honestly, yeah, and Snip6down is a man that knows how to win, right? And so rightfully so, he's going to try to lead his team if he were to come to a Halo team straight to victory, right? Because the man knows how to do it.
I'd love it. Boo Boo and Falcated know how to win now. They've got Falcated's got his first win under his belt, and Boo Boo's shown that he's able to be the Sentinel killer, if you will. He's the guy that can really take down the Giants. If anybody can do it, he can. So I think that team would absolutely be scary. Snip6down would be a perfect fit, and it would just be tremendous if they were able to take a dub.
Absolutely. I'm definitely looking forward to the Halo Infinite esports scene as soon as the game drops, right? We got Sentinels, obviously a goated roster, possibly, right? All 4 players in the top 10 of Halo 5. That's insane to even think about. Then we have Cloud9, with the, featuring the likes of Renegade and Stellar, Eco. These guys are all amazing players, right? And then we got, KCP, also another great roster. And then we got a couple other rosters, United with Spartan and Ryanoob, like that duo right there. Only time will tell to see how well they work together. But this is going to be amazing, man, because these are all big names with players that know how to win, and so something's gonna have to buckle once we get down to Halo esports, Halo Infinite, right? And so I'm curious to see where everything pans out, and I would love to see Snip6down fall with that team of 3. I think it would be it would make for a very interesting season, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, I mean, and this is like in my mind, right? I'm much newer to the scene than you guys are, and I've really been following, since the pandemic hit for sure, all the online play, and so seeing all those teams compete the way they have, seeing now and learning about some of the past lands that have existed, and these people who have just been in Halo for a while, we're gonna be bringing it all together come Infinite, right? And we're gonna be continuing to do like online stuff, obviously, but then as soon as lands open up, that just opens up a whole nother world to be bigger and badder Halo. So it's, like good things are coming in the future, and I'm so excited for the next year.
All right, I got 2 more things on my agenda here. First, we're gonna have a little bit of fun, right? We've done this once before. I think 90 knows what's coming. I see him getting adjusted. We need to make our best facial reactions for YouTube. That's right. This is also going to be put onto YouTube. So if you're watching this YouTube video, please like and subscribe. It always helps the channel. LBT Productions on YouTube. But in I'm gonna count to 3. And on 3, we're gonna give our facial reactions to number 6, Snip6down. You guys ready?
Ready.
Ready.
All right. 1, 2, 3. All right, we're good. Okay, so that's just a little bit of fun for us to have. It's all, there you go. Drek says the money shot. Yeah, no doubt at all. All right, so I think the last thing on the agenda, right, is the top 5. This is where it counts. It's going to start. The reveal is going to be on Monday for number 5, right? But I want to hear what you guys think. 90, we're going to start with you, probably the most knowledgeable on the desk here. No offense, Mr. Snow. But 90, who do you think is going to fall at number 5?
Oh man, I've been guessing Royal 2 for 3 different places now. So I just know if I voted for someone else, it's going to be Royal 2. So let me go with Royal 2. It just has to be now. Royal 2 is not a top 5 great. It's not. It shouldn't happen that way. Like, is he an impact player? Yes, he absolutely is. He deserves the 6th place spot. But is he a top 5? No, that should have been Snip6down. But hey, Snakebite. I'll take Snakebite being a top 5 player. I'm much more comfortable with that. He was very consistent. He grinded his way up to the top in Halo 3. He's finished with a 5th place finish at the Nationals in Halo 3. He was a consistent Halo 3 pro. Royal 2 didn't really start getting his top placings until after Reach. So, he got 2nd at the World Championship with Clutch, Dursky, Snakebite. So, Royal 2 definitely is awesome, but I give a lot of weight to those Halo 3 Reach days, man. You can't ignore how great Halo was. That was the peak. That was the pinnacle. We had 300 teams ready to sign up within 5 seconds of them being released. That is unheard of. We haven't had that since. So, Snakebite top 5, Royal 2 number 6.
Taylor?
Yeah, I have to agree with you, everything you said. And again, from my knowledge, I'm mostly going off of what the stats tell me, and I'm going off of the great stuff that Moses put together with all the placements, starting back from the beginning of Halo time. And then I'm also thinking about, my experience watching some of these players. Like I said, Snakebite and Royal 2, they've been dominant. If I had to put them into, who is the greatest of all time, starting in just Halo 5, he definitely ranks a bit higher. But we can't discount how much Pistola, Lethal, Ogre 2 that they've done in Halo, what they've been capable of doing. And so my bet is between Royal 2 and Snakebite. I would have to say I'd rank Snakebite higher just because he's been around longer. In my mind, he's more of a team leader. Royal 2 is sort of that, he's got amazing stats when it comes to slaying and everything, but Snakebite is the one that really rallies the whole team in my mind, and he's been around, been successful for just a little bit longer than Royal 2. Like we've said, these top 5, they're all, all worthy of being goated. The points that are out there, all of these judges are ranking them pretty close to one another. They're all pretty close in points, but I'm gonna have to go Royal 2 and Snakebite for my 5 and 4, and then top 3. I don't even know the 3 of those guys at the top. I don't even know if I could.
5 and 4 or 6 and 5. Wait, we just had 6 and 5.
We just had 6. We just had 6. That was 6.
All right,
Snakebite was 6, and then
okay.
so we're doing top 5 next week, right?
Royal 2 is top 5.
Royal 2.
That's what it sounded like.
Well,
right?
unless we're totally off base and Royal 2 is not even in here, right? But I don't see how the others aren't. But he's got to be. He's
right.
Somebody just said Ogre 2 number 5.
Listen, man. Zeus, I'm gonna side with you. It's been a trend. It's been a trend, right? Like Halo 1, Halo 2 has kind of been. A lot of people think that it's been just pushed away to the side, right?
Sure.
But there's no doubt that Ogre 2 dominated beyond Halo 2, right? And that's very impressive, right? So I don't actually think Ogre 2 belongs at number 5. But I'm just guessing based off of the momentum of the list that it could be, Ogre 2. But I digress, right?
Lethal number 1.
At any point that a roster has 3 of the current top 5 Halo players in the world, like in the history of Halo, for them to be on a single roster, and then you include Frosty at number 10.
There you go.
That's mind-boggling. That's mind-blowing. I think that realistically, Royal 2 falls at number 5. We get Snakebite at number 4, and then we see either Pistola or Lethal at number 2 and 3, and then Ogre 2 at number 1.
In a perfect world,
right? But who knows? This list is here to spark controversy and to get people talking, and it's definitely done that. So, any last thoughts, Nighty?
I can't believe Snip6down's out of the top 5. This is killing me inside, honestly. Like, Snip6down is a great of greats. I'm so sad to hear it. I just love his rebuttal. Cool video, because that's what it was. The video was brilliant, but number 6 is a slap in the damn face.
Ouch. Taylor?
Hey, listen, at the end of the day, this list is made for fun. It's made to help people get engaged, more familiar with all these great guys. And so even 1 through 25 to be ranked greatest of all time at this point is a great thing. For me. This is my opinion. Yes, this is for my opinion. I cannot speak for the players being ranked and how they, decide to take that to heart, right? But what I do hope is that this does spark a flame in some of these people in some way to say, hey, you know what? Halo is viable again, and I want to come back to it. I want to be a bigger part of this community that I already have been, and whether that's compete, whether that's content create, whether that's get involved in productions, or in the formation of rules and different types of stuff. I'm excited. I'm excited for the future of Halo.
Yeah, this passion that we're seeing from everyone across the board is only a good thing. This is positive.
Absolutely. Puro passion. That's what I want to say. It's full and it's everywhere. I love it. Halo Esports is coming back, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get number 5 on Monday. That's going to be at 10 a.m. Pacific, 12 o'clock Central, 1 o'clock Eastern. We're going to be live here once again, live reacting, breaking it down after the video premieres, right? And we'll be cutting these and posting them on YouTube as soon as we can as well. This one's going to be on YouTube in about an hour or so, maybe a little less. So you guys make sure to go over there and trickle into the YouTube channel. I know we had 22 viewers just a moment ago, so thank you all for joining us. Today was Friday. We're 1 week away from the technical flight. We're all going to be playing Halo Infinite. That's if you signed up. You should have signed up already, and if you haven't, you should do so already. But ladies and gentlemen, this has been the number 6 reveal and reaction from the LVT crew to the Halo Top 25. Thank you for joining us, and join us on Monday.